Welcome Brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we're gonna be playing Gwenom Remorseless, also known as Egrix the Bile Bulwark. For 3 generic and double black, get a 4/4 legendary symbiote spider hero with deathtouch and lifelink. Whenever she attacks, until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library and you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than its mana cost. So we're gonna be somewhat of a control/combo mono black deck. We're gonna be trying to get our commander. We're gonna try to clear the board, although she only needs to attack, she doesn't need to hit our opponent or survive combat, so we clear the board, we play our commander, we attack, and we just try to go off. So in order to do that, we have fetch lands in order to shuffle away the lands on the top. We also have a couple of Kunoros in Sashable Libraries and Gaming Symmetry. They put cards on the top of the library, and we have a couple of ways to essentially storm off with Tendrils of Agony and Aetherflux Reservoir. We also are playing a Shock Wicked Manipulator. If we would pay life, instead we can exile the top of that many cards from the top of our library. So instead of paying life, we exile cards from the top to cast for free. So some of our other payoffs are gonna be Valgaboth, Terror Eater, the Endstone, this one from Edge of Eternities when you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. So if we cast spells, that also helps remove the lands from the top. Obviously we also play regular Bolas Citadel, but we have a couple of Planeswalkers, Professor Onyx, Gabriel Soulbroker, and Liliana of the Veil. We also have a couple of ways to gain life, like Elegy Acolyte, Nighthawk Scavenger, Carcy Revenant, and Murderous Rider. We'll have a little bit of discard, Dark Ritual, Chrome Mox, and always Swiftfoot Boots, Lava Spur Boots as ways to give our commander haste and a little bit of protection. Full hexproof or just worth 1. We have Reanimate if we discard something our opponent has early on with our, well, not with Duress, but Thoughtseize, and maybe even Grief. We also have Underseated Plunder, so in those cases, or when we play our commander, she dies, we reanimate it, and we have it again next turn. So that's the deck. Now, let's go to the queue and be remorseless against our opponents. Zurgo. I guess we might need a Wrath or two, but Necro is really good, really good. Let's see if we can dress something out. And I guess next turn we can play Jet Medallion, so we can Erebos' Intervention. No, it's a Ragavan. I guess we need to kill that Ragavan. Since Virtue can kill more creatures, we kill Ragavan first. I mean, we use Intervention on Ragavan. Voice of Victory. Jet Medallion and Virtue. But is really, really clutch for opponent. Yep, of course you take Necro. Good. And I guess we might want another land. Okay, so let's pass now. Opponent obviously kept removal up. Guess we kind of have to. Reprieve? Sure. And Impacal. I mean, that's bad for opponent. Now they are tapped out. We can play our commander. Hopefully go off. This needs to be even. Opponent sacrifices. Okay. Yep, GG's. They didn't get to see the Ether Flux Reservoir, but then we get a shuffle, so we should be gaining life from then on. GG's. Of Nixilis, the adversary. The ballad might remove some of our opponent's stuff. They're gonna be trying to play something that they can sacrifice to get to opening Nixilis. So if we get lucky, we can use the ballad. Coming gas. Innocuous rat. Is how you. And we play the rock. One, they get the manifest. But next turn we can play our commander, and the turn after that we get Bolas as Citadel. We just need one more land and for our opponent not to kill us too fast. Caustic Bronco, okay. The Endstone, we kind of want that. in the top. Throught. Decline. Let's keep it in the grave. So let's see if we get something good with the Citadel. That's a shield. No, we don't get the Citadel. Yeah, I guess we lose now. At least we killed that before it dealt 5 damage to us.
I'm the new boss.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna lose either way because we're only gonna have 3 life to pay. So yeah, they did manage to kill us fast.
Pleasure doing business with you.
GG's. Kiora, this is the creatures. Yeah. Well, not only does she care about certain creature types, but she is a creature herself. So. Also, she has ward 3. That is a big word. Actually, let's corruption for 1. Ooh, that one. I don't like that one. They're gonna crew. Have a land here, I think we agree. Mana drain. Yep. Crop rotation, are you keep mining opponent? Gabriel Soul Broker.
That sounds so nefarious. I simply desire an address. These are my terms and my price.
Do we have a creature? No. Castle Bantres. So a fair crop rotation. I can respect that. Yeah, we're gonna block. Coma. Ooh. That has words as well. Eesh. See if we can get a rat here.
First iron out the details, then
First with our
tease.
theme. Sure. No, no rat. That word is for. We have to go for Brock with our commander now. Yeah, this doesn't do anything with the serpents. It just makes them. Yeah, no blockers. Combat attack. Okay, so we got a game, I think. Psycho. Oh, I guess we needed to forage there.
Under my tutelage, even you can master death.
Now we play Necro. Yep, that's how we win, right? So when Necro is here, we can exile whatever.
I shall unveil a beautiful nightmare.
Poker.
Never thought I'd miss the library.
And there we have it.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Oof. Forgot about that part. Actually, I think you need to have about 50 life. Even if you don't end up paying it, you need to technically be able to do it. But with Ashok, you obviously don't have to. That you just exile the top your deck. That was a game. GG's. On Kroxa and Kunoros. Okay. So they're gonna be milling, surveilling until they get their commander and reanimate something. Which is why the Wrath might work. Archenemy's Charm will also work. They send a flame Rage away. Take the medallion. And we're gonna be playing our songs first, just in case we get Cabal Stronghold. Phantasmal Extraction. Okay, they take the charm. And because they are married too, they might have a way to remove our commander. But let's get it out. Yes, so we are low on cards and then we can Castle Lock Dwayne for less life. Yep. To the command zone. I'm afraid. He needs 5, so 6 in total. Lightning Bolt, okay. One more. Although I guess they still need a better creature than Flash. Command answers. Okay, that counts, I guess. But they're good. Ooh, okay. Yes, we are still in it. Okay, Liliana. We will respond. Selling pipe or twice X. So teachable avarice. Hero. Human. This is not a human. Yes, if they get something, we can reanimate. Maybe Thoughtseize or March to kill Liliana.
I have bigger demons to deal with.
Out of Dementia. And they're gonna survive now. A land. So 2 lands and a planeswalker. Another land. Guy is a 6/6. Oof. Yeah, they can keep doing that over and over. So let's see what they end up with. Vagabond. That is a good one. They are still going okay. Keep their Vagabond. Yeah, and they're gonna be able to do it again with their priest. GG's. Ruby. And they play burgeoning. So give them the ramp. Why not? But it seems like burgeoning only was good for one. Usually that's enough, so not terrible, but definitely isn't right. What can opponent play here? They have 7 mana. Warm coil. Okay. Even. Oh, it highlights them. That's nice. I guess now we can play our commander. And yeah, being 4 is better than having 4 toughness, better than 3 against Gruul, but definitely not as good as having 6 or even 5 for that matter. Cabaretti Rebels. Reckless Storms they get. Gwenom. Ooh, they're gonna be able to ramp with it. Unless they choose not. Yep. They needed to mount sorcery speed, then give it haste, and they get to seek a land onto the field. Avenging Ooze. And a Tyrant. It loses all abilities. Mana ability. I guess we might sacrifice it then. We should keep it at least one turn. Yeah, because now we can Blood on the Snow. Actually, we could Blood on the Snow either way. We have 6 lands already. So I don't know what I was saying. Sacrifice, take action. Go to combat. Attack. Your opponent can hit something with their Ooze. Kind of unfortunate. Real creatures. And this cannot hit our commander, so be okay. And they get Dragavan. This might be our turn. Got a combat attack. Reanimate. Rider. Dragavan. Or Onyx.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death.
First we Dark Ritual. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could play the Endstone and then Shieldred. That way we're gonna be gaining life whenever we play a spell, then draw a card. Keep it going. GG's. All stick fingers. Really, we send the deluge. We're gonna use cut down on stick fingers. And once they reanimate their payoff, I think we maybe retry them. Maybe we reanimate their payoff. Let's see. Okay. Take our reanimate. Two, and they have reanimate now. Doesn't seem like it. So let's go to combat. I think we need to keep up the edict. Okay. You sure about this opponent? I don't think should be. Guess we pass just regardless. Sacrifices a creature token of their choice. Let's go to combat, attack.
A fight? And you think you can... We all have things we'd rather forget.
Here we sacrifice.
Off you go.
They bring it back, but now we can Liana minus, and that's the game. This doesn't even have lifelink, so yeah, GG's. Nook Memorial Engine. Okay, we want to use the get the cycle on Tannuk, but yeah, if they cast something here, they're gonna get a couple of triggers. No, actually they don't get a trigger. Right. They cast it here, so they don't have a land drop. The math analyst. That gets 2 lands. Okay then. Yeah, fair enough. I still Explorer, they technically draw a card from their land drop from the graveyard, but they don't get another one. And I guess that's something. Okay. Huh. Guess we're gonna say goodbye to our creature. Or maybe we play our command. No, let's Wrath. Decision. Okay, let's go for Egrix, also known as Gwenom. If they use the analyst, the land center tapped, but they do get to draw a card from Tannuk. Opponent. Okay, they quit. Seems like. No, they were just distracted. No, okay, to the command zone. Or actually, maybe not, since we have Extinction, Academy's Awakening. First, let's go to combat, attack. We can play you. Yeah, you need to tap your mana probably first. Okay. And it's gonna name Odd. Follow up with the flyer. Is 8 mana. Get our commander. Opponent is really paying life. Let's go to combat, attack. Down to 2. We play the Reservoir and are confident. Now opponent loses the Ancient Tomb. They only have 1, 2, 4, 5 mana. Maybe 6 with this one. And they can only use 1 fetch if they have it. Command command. Okay, taking the life. Put the reservoir on top. Not a terrible play. Attack first. Needs 1 more mana. I miscounted. Oops. Force of Vigor. Okay. Not bad. Ah, fight with fire. So let's bring the team back. Make our opponent happy. If they have some way to deal damage to us, we might even consider feeling our own confident. Okay. Arrow, they draw a card. Deal some damage to us. Burn down the house. Okay, then. Do the commands on this time. Desperation seeking. Not an impact. Sure. Guess we will cast it again. Tannuk. And a fetch to. Okay. So we can. This. Vision Agent. Giving Symmetry. also the Veil of Summer, which means we still get tendrils. Combat. Ooh, right. My bad, that doesn't work. So no attacks. Equals 4 on Tannuk. Okay. Primeval Titan, but I don't think opponent realizes. Yep. They don't get their lands. We get them. GG's. Against Niach, also known as Dr. Octopus. If we don't get the lands, we might lose. If we do, we might win easily. Tails in. Okay, then. No land. And we play our preacher, opponent is gonna remove it. Seems like. And obviously what you want to do is you want to keep up interaction so that you can either, well, in our case, counterspell their commander or remove it before they get to draw the cards. Where are you again? Spider Hero. For the Throught. And these two creatures. Okay, let's take the counter. Here we play Elegy Acolyte. Reanimate, sure. Liliana's Triumph. Here's the equation. Murder in response. Wash away. Okay. How do you like that, opponent? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, I guess this is gonna be it for today's video. I almost got to play the Infinity Power of the Stone, Terminus of Return, but the turn we were able to do it, we were already winning, so you saw it was the very last matchup against Sticky Fingers. But I think maybe this deck can also use a couple of other mana rocks, particularly my favorite, Pile of Galadriel, so that you can draw more cards. But for the most part, I think getting the right cards against the right decks, even though we didn't actually make the most of Opposition Agent, some opponents really lose to it, especially the fetch land heavy ones, and even if they are trying to strip mine you, maybe you can get it out. And in particular if they are Azusa, meaning they don't play any red or any other color other than green, then they're not gonna be able to remove it, especially not an instant speed, so at least you get one upon them. Otherwise, I think that's the card that I would remove. Maybe Dothy Voidwalker didn't do much, but it's still good if you manage to make your opponent discard, or just again against the fetch lands, strip mines of the world. It really helps out. So also we didn't get to see the endstone, but it's really good, especially if we are low on life. It gets you back to 13 or 12, 13, yeah. So that's more mana you can use at instant speed. So thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.